Hey there, it's Kay, and I want to thank you so much for joining me for today's budgeting video where I'm going to be doing my end of February debt update routine with you guys. So I'll be looking back at my starting month balances, making the debt payment on my student loans with you guys, and then updating my end of month balances, and then as well as forecasting a couple months ahead as to what I think I can expect to make for debt payments. So let's get going. I don't have that much with me today. I have my budget planner as always. I have one of my Pilot friction markers that I'm going to be writing in my debt tracker with. I have a calculator on the sideline as well as my iPad that I'm going to be pulling the Nelnet website out on. But let's get the paper stuff started first. So when I left off on my paycheck budget update with you guys, I did write down how much I'm going to be able to pay down to my Nelnet B this month. So I need to take this out briefly because before I can do that, I do need to grab January's ending numbers because those will be February's starting numbers. And obviously, the major difference between January and February is that in January, I paid off my Group F loan, so I only have 2 more groups left in my Nelnet loans to pay off, my B and G. And this year, my goal is to pay off the B group. So for UMass, I ended at $9,950, which was a huge milestone for me because this loan has been in the 10,000s since I started paying it in 2015. I started at around $16,000 and I've just been very slowly chipping away at it. So that means because I ended January at this amount, I'll be starting February in this amount because there is no difference on it. There's no interest rate or anything. So that is that. And then Nelnet, the total combined between B and G, I ended at $9,516.53. So when I log in soon, that's the balance I should see. And the way that breaks down between the two accounts, so B ended at $35,1653. And then G is still sitting at $6,000. So that is all of the debt that I ended January with, which is now the debt I started February with, for a total of $19,466.53. So I'm all set with January now. So we're going to hop back into February and get going on this. So with UMass, it's on auto pay and the minimum payment is $50 and I don't pay anything above that. The $50 comes out on automatic payments on the 15th of every month. So my actual payment was $50, and like I said before, there is no interest on this account. There's no fees or anything. So minus the $50 leaves me at $9,900 even. Now, the Nelnet is still in COVID-19 forbearance, so there is no minimum payment on it as of now, and there's no interest on it, so everything I'm paying towards it is all coming out. And so based off of the results of my February budget, I'm going to be able to make a $525 payment, and that's going to Nelnet B, which is my target loan this year. So I'm going to be paying $525 on camera with you guys to this group B. There's no payment on G yet. Hopefully I can get to G next year. But for now, we're just tackling B, and I am ahead on schedule for right now. So it's always really good, especially because that interest is supposed to start back up in a couple months. So I do need my calculator here. So I have 9,516.53, and I'm going to be paying $525. So that's going to leave my total Nelnet balance $8,991.53, and then 3516 is, oh yeah, because I could have just subtracted the 6,000. Brain isn't working. It's like 9 o'clock at night. All right, so that leaves the 6,000 just carries over from G because there's no interest on it right now. And then that leaves 2,991.53 on the B. So just under 3,000 for B, and total just under 9,000 for both of my student loans. So really, really good progress. So we need the 9900 plus 8,991.53. So I'm going to be at 18,891.53. So that is some really significant progress because I'm now under the $19,000 mark. January got me under the $20,000 mark. So I'm just really kicking this debt's ass in the beginning of the year here, which is really good. I did mention before that I was thinking that I'm going to start getting behind. And the reason for that is because from my original debt payoff plan, if you've seen it, I went through and I made estimates of what I think I could pay down every month of the year and charted out. I'll actually just pull it up because it's important. I basically charted out what I would think is the most appropriate course of action on how I wanted to pay down this Nelnet B this year. The problem is, when I was making this, I wasn't thinking that I was changing jobs or anything, and so I did base these payments, and you can see towards the summer months they increase because with my old job I would travel more over the summer, so I'd get more money for that travel. But because I'm now in a position where I'm not traveling and I'm gonna be on a very fixed and much lower income than before, I actually think I need to redo this payoff plan. So for now, just forecasting ahead to the next couple months before I go into my Nelnet account with you guys, March, I had it set at 300, which I think is very doable. I can actually probably do more than that because I am expecting my tax return. April, see here, these 2 months are kind of high. April's probably going to be really short, as well as May. I'm planning to be moving out because my lease is up in June. So I'm probably going to need to be saving money for a little bit and might not be making like really big debt payments for a couple months. So I'll just share my rough ideas here on paper for how I think it's going to go for the next couple months, because it's important to forecast and try to be as realistic as possible considering my circumstances have changed. So like I said with March, I am expecting my tax return, but a large majority of that I do want to put in savings, especially my sinking funds with my medical expenses and everything. So I did estimate on that payoff plan like a $300 payment. I'm going to shoot for like a $350. Even a $400 might be doable. So I'll actually give myself a range there. So $350 to $400 I think could be doable. I'm still drafting that monthly budget. So I'm going to try to have that up as soon as possible. So for April, it's going to be really low, but I'm going to shoot for between $50 and $100. This is also just because I am going to need to get used to this new fixed income of mine too. So I don't want to over budget for it and just like have the expectation that I can do it, and then just in case I can't do anything crazy, like get disappointed in myself. So we're gonna aim pretty low, and then May, I'm gonna shoot for 75 to 125. So that's my logic for the lower debt payoff numbers there. And again, I think I may have to reevaluate and redo my debt payoff plan, at least for the second half of the year, as I get more comfortable and really working out a good budget based off my new income. So that is all of the number side of things. Let's get this debt paid off or paid down. So let me grab my iPad. We are shifting gears here. From payments, you can just go over to groups. So instead of paying by the full account, you pay by the group. And I'm going to be paying group B. Sorry, there's plowing noises in the background because it's snowing outside right now. 525 even. And do not advance my due date. And so I just submitted my $525 payment to my group B. Thank you so much. If you made it to the end of this video, hopefully it wasn't too rambly for you guys. Kind of went off the rails here because I'm tired and I just have a unconscious stream of thought pouring out. But I do appreciate you guys watching my content as always and leaving me feedback on my Etsy shop and liking my posts on Instagram. I'm always still seeing your feedback and everything every day, and it does mean a lot to me to have all you guys' support. And I just want you guys to know, like, I'm not abandoning my journey or anything. I'm just going through like a lot. And I'm working really hard on trying to bring the joy back into my hobbies, like filming and editing and stuff. So hopefully as my mental state keeps getting better with my medicine and stuff, that I'll be able to be more consistent. But for now, this is what I got for you guys. Really, really sick debt update. Obviously the forecasting is a little pessimistic, but I am still very well ahead of my debt payoff schedule, and I have been making incredible benchmarks and progress. So anyways, thank you guys for coming along with me on this part of my journey, and I hope to see you down in the comments, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace out.